Hi, I'm Sean Cogan with Harken Industrial, and today we're going to do an overview of the Hightailer material handling winch.
The Harken Industrial Hightailer is a hitch-mounted field utility winch system designed for lifting and lowering materials in all applications using synthetic fiber rope.
So we're going to mount the Hightailer to the hitch receiver on the truck. The truck is in park. The emergency brake is engaged and we have the wheel chocked. Like any hitch receiver mount, we're just going to line up the holes, put a linch pin in, and then make sure we have a secondary safety pin to keep the hitch pin captive. So when using the Hightailer winch or any lifting hoist, we want to do a pre-use inspection. So We've verified that the hitch pin is in, there's a cotter pin there, so the winch is attached to the truck and anchored well. This is a 2-speed winch, so there is a high gear and a low gear. In the high gear, which is faster line advancement but lower torque, there is 650-pound working load limit. On the low gear side, which is slower speed, higher torque, there's a max working load of 1,500 pounds. So a couple of points of inspection that we want to take a look at is one, making sure your power source is good. I like to have the winch unplugged while I'm doing my pre-use inspection. The main difference with this winch compared to other winches is there is a self-tailing jaw at the top of the drum. So to inspect that, we want to turn the knob, which will allow the jaws to release. So you can see the jaw releasing as I turn the knob. And we want to check that the shroud containing the rope or keeping the rope captive, just checking the spring tension, make sure it closes on its own. The other points of inspection would be to making sure that your pin is secured, mounting the winch to the strut. And then when the line is loaded, making sure your shackle pin is secured in the shackle. So prior to use, we want to go through the motor operation itself and make sure everything's running correctly before we load the rope into it. So you have a foot switch. We're going to go to a power source. This is a 110 motor. This is based, the working loads are based on a 15 amp breaker. We have 3 switch positions for the toggle switch. We want to plug it in when it's in the off position. We'll cycle it to low. Let the winch come to rest before switching into the second gear. Cycle to high. Everything seems to be working well. So with the offset strut, we're trying to account for differing in loading conditions and site conditions where we may not have a perfect place to park the truck to use as an anchor for the lift. Having the ability to flip the strut over and change our direction so that we can get the entire 180-degree spectrum of lifting angles from the back of the truck while still maintaining a safe position for the truck to be in, to be anchored from. So we've established where our lift is going to take place. We're going to load the rope into the redirect block. This is a swing cheek shackle lock snatch block that gets secured to the bail of the strut, the welded bail here, with the supplied stainless steel shackle. We're going to be using synthetic fiber rope. It can be kern mantle, it can be hollow braid, double braid, but we want to make sure we're not using any kind of manila rope or polypropylene rope for this application. The diameter range of the rope that this system is designed for is 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch. From the redirect block, we're going to go into the pigtail by coming over and under and wrapping it through, which gives us a good fair lead into the winch. We're always going to wrap the winch in a clockwise direction. We want to see a minimum of 2 wraps, a maximum of 4 wraps. Once our wraps are on the drum, we're going to come over the stripper arm here and into the self-tailing jaws of the Hightailer. All right. One of the main differences in appearance here is that the loaded line does come through a redirect block, which puts the load closer to the hitch of the truck. So we're reducing the lever force of the winch being all the way at the end of the strut by redirecting it through a block here. So in any lift, we want to have the truck in a position where we're not in the load path. And with the orientation of the winch, the safe load path for the winch configuration is going to be directly straight off of the hitch to 90 degrees, directly off the hitch to 70 degrees in an upward angle. Anything beyond 70 degrees in an upward angle is going to position the winch and the operator in what could potentially be under the load, which you'd like to avoid. In terms of operator position, we don't want to be operating the winch from inside the vector of the rope or inside the bite of the rope. And we also don't want to be operating the winch within that angle of the strut to the truck as well. So to lower the load, we're going to twist the lock head top clockwise at this knob and then feed the rope into the self-tailing jaw, maintaining control of the tail end of the rope. Thank you for watching. For more information on the Hightailer winch or any other Harken Industrial products, you can go to harkenindustrial.com.